Alleged DRC coup plotters to appear in court, and doctors say an increase in violent injuries to rape victims is becoming a trend. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. 19 people suspected of plotting to overthrow the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo are expected to appear in the Pretoria Regional Court this morning. They were arrested in Limpopo on Monday. NewsBreak7am reports.
Police earlier said the suspected rebel group will face charges relating to transgressing the Foreign Military Assistance Act. It is believed the group were to receive specialized military training to overthrow Joseph Kabila's regime in the DRC. The arrests were made by the counter-terrorism unit working in conjunction with crimes against the state under the leadership of the Director of Priority Crimes Investigation. NewsBreak7am, SABC, Pretoria.
In a country that has the worst rape statistics of 120 Interpol members, doctors and police say an increase in violent injuries to rape victims are becoming a trend. 17-year-old Western Cape schoolgirl Anine Boyson was raped and murdered. Her attackers brutally gang-raped her and slashed open her stomach. She named one of her attackers before she died in Belleville's Tygerberg Hospital. 4 men have been arrested. Security guards had found her in an industrial area of Beddersdorp on Saturday. Doctors say Boyson's injuries were the harshest they've ever seen. Operational manager of Rape Crisis, Nazma Hendricks.
The level of violence that accompanies the rape has become increasingly more traumatic for a survivor in terms of physical injuries and bodily injuries over the last year or two.
The Speaker of Nguma Municipality in the Eastern Cape has asked for more time to consider an executive notice by local government department for its takeover. This after they were given 3 days to respond to the notice in terms of Section 139B of the Constitution. Department Head Advocate Stanley Kanyile delivered the notice at a council meeting last week. Council Speaker Nomnikelo Magadla.
The feeling of the council was that at least 3 days is too short because 1, we need to sit down and apply our minds. 2, in principle, we do agree that we need to get an assistance from the office of the MEC. But the challenge we were only having was that the short notice of the time because we need to call the special council meeting.
And Zimbabwe's parliament has been presented with a long-awaited draft constitution opening the way for a referendum followed by elections this year. The charter has taken more than 3 years to produce. The draft must become law to allow elections to take place under a power-sharing deal between President Robert Mugabe's ZANU-PF and rival Prime Minister Morgan Tsvangirai MDC. Under the draft constitution, the president will be limited to 2 5-year terms starting from the next election. Finding problems that have dogged the writing of the new constitution could delay the referendum, and Finance Minister Tendai Biti says he has approached donors for help.